Hey guys, Omni here. We are back for episode 11 of season 4 of Young Justice. The last episode saw Child and Clarion face off as he's apparently lost faith with the Chaos Lords. So it's pretty interesting to see how things are going here, especially considering the Phantom Stranger has come in to play to try to pretty much motivate everybody to be like, hey, we should help Clarion. He's not that bad. If somebody else comes down here and takes his place, well, things might go a little astray. To that point, you know, Zatanna's like, I don't want to help Clarion. He's like, here's some perspective. And she puts her right on the front lines between this fight between Clarion and the Child. And yeah, witnesses some insane destruction, chaotic destruction, if you will. To the point where they also ended up recruiting Etrigan, who also didn't really prove to be too useful in the fight. And Vandal himself has reached out to Dr. Fate to kind of intervene as well, because he's like, hey, I can control Clarion. This new one, I can't. And you as a Lord of Order or whatever, you need to get involved. You need to stop this stuff. So it's pretty interesting. We also learned that in this continuity, and I don't know if this is something unique to this continuity, like where metas, the magic users of the world, as well as Atlanteans, so like metas, magic users, and Atlanteans, like everybody came from Vandal Savage. I don't that was news to me. I don't remember that ever coming up, but it's an interesting little twist. And not only that, but he's also Nobu's father, the spirit, the entity that houses himself in Dr. Fate's helmet that takes over when the helmet is on the wielder. Didn't another thing. That's news to me. But anyway, guys, I'm really excited to see where this goes, how things unfold, because it's definitely escalating. And, you know, we've touched base with some of the other characters. Gar's still going through his depression, so not really much like movement there on that story. But we got a little bit of an opening up between Emery and Magon last episode, and it was really touching, and I really enjoyed that bit. Guys, remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction to this, it's going to be over on Patreon, or if you become a member here on the channel, it gets you access as well, because I do have to trim these down to be under 10 minutes, so they can be on YouTube for you guys to watch them. That being said, it's just one of the ways you can support us here, help us do what we do, help towards work towards expanding some of the coverage that we have here on the channel. But of course, I know not everybody can do that, and another way you can do that is simply by liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing these videos, and giving them plenty of engagement, because it makes YouTube happy. Anyway, guys, that's it for now. Let's go ahead and jump in. Here we go.
Arian's resulting death forced order to reassess. Thus, they took a moment to observe the architect of all this chaos, Varl, soon to be known as Marduk.
We're just unraveling the many names and past lives of Vandal Savage up until this point.
Fixing this would take a lot more than bending a branch back into shape.
You know who I'm going to see, so you and Blood should go on a recruiting tour too. That spell usually takes me to the stairs. I wonder why we wound up here.
And Inza?
Oh, that's why.
Whoa!
Nice entrance.
Take these children and get out.
Yes! Mission time! Beast Boy! Garfield! Did you seriously not hear the trouble alert?
Sure.
You coming or what?
Nah, you got this covered.
You got this covered. Is that our catchphrase now?
Aw.
7,586 years after the fall of Atlantis came the rise of Babylonia. Marduk found himself frustrated with his Babylonian generals and their pernicious independence of mind.
Guess who?
Marduk's son Nabu argued fiercely against giving the witch boy free rein. But Marduk, ignoring his son's advice, the result, Clarion was a
hi.
creature from deep space to ancient Babylon.
Okay.
A new Chaos Lord threatens the Earth.
Yes, she calls herself Child. We are not inclined to intervene.
I know exactly what you're thinking. We can't wait for the final outcome. We have to stop the fight itself.
And you plan on doing that with these children? Your sentinels are not ready for this fight.
We so are.
We've been training really hard.
We're ready for anything.
Kind of.
More or less.
You just watch.
Let us test that premise.
Oh, great. Pop quiz.
You don't have to prove anything to me, Trace.
Who are you?
I'm your boyfriend.
You're a puppet.
I'm your puppet boyfriend.
And I'm your puppet idol.
What would be the point, loser?
Who was that?
Ignore the whispers. They're nothing.
Nothing. Like you.
A mystic test to draw out my insecurities.
What do you have to be insecure about? You're terrific.
That's why I invited you to join the Outsiders.
That's why he was relieved when you turned him down.
That's why I wanted you as my protege.
That's why she pulled in Colin.
Oh my god.
There's no one back there.
You're afraid to face the ugly truth.
I'm not afraid to face ugly you.
You're getting provoked. Getting worked up.
You should mention hell.
Here's your ugly truth, Tracy. You're a fraud.
As the alien creature put the Babylonian army under its own control. As for Marduk's son, Nabu, it
Makes sense.
was his fate to die.
Oh, good job.
Fighting the enemy his father had unintentionally raised. Under these circumstances, left the Lords of Order intrigued.
What are you doing? You should be making hospital rounds, diagnosing people, helping them. I am helping people.
I thought you were Muslim.
Mom, I am Muslim.
You're not behaving like one, Khalid. You should rely on God alone.
That's not fair. You're using religion to bully me into doing what you want. He's Homo Majal. He has to honor his genetic heritage, even if it means giving up the study of medicine. Dad, I'm not giving up medicine.
He can't play at being a hero, Muhammad.
I'm not
Oh my
playing.
god,
I'm
dude.
training, studying. Time taken away from training and studying to be a doctor. I know, but...
Oh shit, the water level's getting higher on him. Oh, he's drowning under all this. Or he's going to be.
We are drowning in your doubts, killing us both because you're not ready for this fight.
Blah 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 blah.
We run an entire mission against the headmaster, and he hasn't moved an inch. Hey, Beast Boss, have you been sleeping this whole time?
What? No, I'm awake.
Kinda not.
First you guys say I don't get enough sleep. Now too much? There's just no pleasing you.
It is on, Nabu. Say it! I want you to say it! No. Say it and save me! Speed of Mercury! Not that way! Help me! Save me! Say it! Race of Hercules! That's not the way! You're not doing it right! You won't say it. I will! Shazam!
Ooh.
You don't have what it takes. Stamina of Atlas! Oh, that power? This is what real
Oh my
power looks
God.
like. Stop dabbling in half measures. Without me, you're not ready for this fight.
That's a tough one, man. That's a tough one.
The Lords of Order recruited Nabu's soul. Now free of the limitations of his fragile mortal form, the Lords forged something new. Not simply an agent of order on Earth, but a Lord of Order. The Helmet of Fate would act as the anchor for his spirit on the mortal plane. Nabu became the Lord of Order, known as Dr. Fate, who has for centuries
Jeez.
Bad luck magic? You're as likely to curse friends as enemies.
God damn. Just getting smacked around by these giant hands.
You're kid playing out of your depth. You are not ready.
Come on, you got this.
Thanks, Leroy. You're right. Yes, I'm afraid, but I get up anyway. And I'm brave enough to ask for help. And I don't fear failure or let it stop me. Well, not for long anyway. I am ready.
Well, that's 1 out of 3.
I am a man of faith, science, and mysticism. I am a first-generation American on my father's side and descended from Mayflower pilgrims on my mother's. I can and will be both a doctor and a sorcerer. In my world, magic is a science of its own, another tool from our Creator to serve what's good and ready.
All right, Mary.
I'm beautiful. I'm powerful. I am better and stronger than anyone and anything. Why wouldn't you want this?
Forgot why you gave it up, huh? Forgot how you traded everything for the power? Being sergeant full-time, back then, you knew you had to stop using the power completely. Quit it. Quit her. Cold turkey. Or else you'd never give her up.
She got addicted to the power.
I can use my connection to you to become a sorceress. To be just as important and powerful as you ever were.
Go get him, sis!
Perhaps they are ready. Still, we have no intention of intervening, so long as chaos fights chaos.
Gosh, come on, Nabu, man. Oh, jeez, dude. Look how much... Is he gonna overdose on these pills?
How can you miss the point of your own story? You view Fate as a single champion, but this has never been true. The Lords of Order planned for Dr. Fate's formation to require 2 champions. Both are equally important, for if the host fails, so falls Fate. Look at these 3 children whom you tested this day. Finding strength through mentors, family, and faith. Do you think I would have survived these 10 years as your host and prisoner without my faith? Our Father, who art in heaven, you view cooperation as chaos. But it is only in the combined strengths of all these individuals that order may truly rise out of chaos. You must know this on some level. Great Nabu, step back from the precipice of your own arrogance, lest you fall victim to chaos, as you did in your natural life so many years ago. Start by listening to my daughter.
Come on, Nabu.
What the fuck?
Please kill his anger.
Well, looks like this fight has literally came to his doorstep.
She won't be that easy to kill.
Oh my god. Well, fuck. You fucking broke that cat's neck. Well. What now, Nobu? You waited too fucking long. Too fucking long, damn it. Ah. Oh, it's this fucking bus. This bus, man, just forever floated through space. Oh my god, man. This recording booth would have had to have been fucking headache inducing. Jesus. How long is this? Well, obviously until the credits are over, but how much longer, Jesus? I don't want to hear any more of this. Who knows? Maybe there's a punchline at the end. Nope, nothing. All for that. All right, man. We got Dr. Fate's origins in this story. Nabu's origins, how he got imbued into the helmet, his role, how the Lords of Chaos have kind of imbued him with this charge to take on humanity's and bring order to the world, to Earth. The Starro element was an interesting little piece. I love learning about Vandal Savage's past and like the influence he's had on this world. It's a lot of fun seeing them like build that out. Seeing how each one of Zatanna's students have kind of find their own strength and push through their doubts or insecurities was a lot of fun. Give them going through these challenges, these gauntlets, if you will, of their faith, of their strength, of their fortitude. It was fun. I like how they were all very different and how they kind of played to each other's kind of struggles and strengths. Mary's didn't get a lot of attention, as much so as the other two. But I like what they did with it. So it's like, can she still summon her Shazam powers? Can she still transform? She just refuses to because she started getting addicted to being an adult, to being imbued with that power. So she doesn't want to ever go near that again and use it in a different way that keeps her herself. That's why she's using her magic, her connection to that power through sorcery, as to not be completely tempted to give herself up. Because at least like somebody like Billy, like, yeah, he would transform out of it. He would get out of it. So I guess like it implies that she just like would never revert to Mary and would just kind of committed to being this adult when she's not really ready for any of that. So it makes me wonder, like, you know, eventually once you mature, once you kind of gain some like clarity, I don't see what the problem would be dipping back into that power, with as long as you know when and where to give it up. I don't know. It's just one of those things, like, because you can lobby that with any other addiction. If you start to feed back into it, it'll start to damage yourself again. Like if you were like a chronic alcoholic or anything like that, and then you cut it off cold turkey. If you had that one drink, you know, will it hurt? Like, will it send you hurtling down that path again? Should you even bother with it? I don't know. She's able to channel her magic in these other ways, in these more controlled ways, without losing herself or transforming herself. So there is this like drawback to it though, because she can't seem to do it all at once. She can only do one spell at a time, so she is limiting herself. So I don't know. It's definitely a gray area when you get into something like that, when you're especially talking about like a superpower. But I really like this. I like how they brought in Khalid's faith, where he wants to be a doctor, believes in medicine with his personal faith, with his religion, and now it seems conflicting to be a magic user while adhering to that faith. But then again, like, I like how he brought that back around as like, that's another gift from their creator. And he's going to use that as well as his knowledge of medicine to help as many people as he can possible. That's his charge. And I like that whole little bit. And then you have on the inside of Nabu's helmet, you have Zatara kind of like fighting with him, with Nobu, to try to make him understand the whole point of the same story that he's being told this entire time. It was like, listen, there's other people on this planet, and being part of a team doesn't hurt. I don't know. I like it. I like that back and forth, that banter, that internal struggle that we got to see there. But it was a lot of fun seeing how this this team struggles to push through all of this. This alliance is trying to be formed here, to the point where he's delayed so much to it didn't really even matter. Clarion's disconnected from the world, and the child is the only one left there. And that's, again, I like this. Suddenly got super brutal in this last episode, these last couple of episodes. And man, seeing that little kitten turn into the big old saber tooth and then just get its neck snapped was intense. And that's rough, man. So I don't know where it's going to go from here, man. I don't know what's going to happen. We don't know where Jason Blood and Phantom Stranger went off, who they're going to recruit to bring in. Maybe Constantine or who else. I don't know. Swamp Thing. Just formulate our Justice League Dark here on the fly. Who knows? And then, of course, Beast Boy's issues are still escalating. Now you see how many pills he's going through, how many bottles that are empty and laying out and just strewn across, to where he's just sleeping through entire days now. So he's on the other end of that, where he wasn't able to sleep at all, and now he's just like sleeping too much. And you're seeing it start to weigh on the team, and I'm just curious where that's going to go. Guys, what did you think of the episode? Sound of the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. If you want to see the full-length reaction, check that out over on Patreon, or if you become a member here on the channel, gets you access as well. And speaking of, before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Manny Shara, Jason Coleman, Philly Vane, Yori Korskov, Margaret Grace, Mary Bradley, Jeffrey Hale, and various abominations. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. And if you want to join our Discord, you can do that as well. Links to that on my socials are down below. Hope to see you there. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next week in the next video. Take care, everybody.